Well, it seemed as though HOP also wanted to treat as well. They wanted to expand their services, and it just so happened I had gone to school, Cal State LA, to become a substance abuse treatment counselor. Graduated and actually did some work at Avalon Carver before I was laid off. SSG was very eye-opening for me because I was under the impression that all agencies ran up under the same information that was given to me by the overwhelming agency that governs substance abuse treatment programs in the area, in Los Angeles. Avalon Carver did their own thing, HOP did their own thing, and you had to adjust. And I adjusted, but some strange stuff was going on at HOP. They ended up firing me and saying that I was not performing my duties, but the program director that I was working under actually set me up to fire me for whatever reason. Of course, I'm Muslim now. The only thing that she said was that she caught me signing my clients in and out before I treat them. My question to her was, how could that be so when my clients were still in the conference room waiting for me to come and treat them? How could you say that? There's no founded information that you have to state that. Oh, nevertheless, this is the director at that time that imposed the will and said, regardless, Abdul, you're still fired. Okay. I appealed it because they wanted to deny me my unemployment. I ended up appealing it, and I won. I could have gone back, but with that kind of stuff going on at that agency, I didn't want to go back. So I stayed unemployed for, I want to say about 90 days. I talked to the assistant to the executive director at Avalon Carver and explained to her what had happened. And, she was very nonchalant about it. She said, well, I'm sorry to hear that, Abdul. Nice talking to you. Okay. About 2 weeks later, she gave me a call. She said, Abdul, Larry, the executive director, Larry and I want you to come in and we'd like to have a talk with you about something. What is such and such day good for you? Sure. Went in, they wanted to offer me a position as a consultant, and all my responsibilities was documentation and running groups. Yeah, I could do that standing on my head, fine. So I took the job, worked there for about 3 months, happened to lose a good friend who passed away due to illness, and all of a sudden this caseload becomes available. They offered me the position and I took it. So I have an entire caseload, but not only one group of clients, but 3 different sets of clients, ranging from, which 15 is supposed to be maximum. It would turn out where I'd have 15 clients in one particular service, then I'd have 25 in another and 42 in another, and it was just crazy. And I was just fighting to just get the job done. After a few changes took place, I had been wearing a lot of hats for that agency. I was the clerk for the DUI program, so I'm collecting money in the evening. I'm also a substance abuse counselor where I do documentation and running groups, and then I have to do my own job. It became a strain. A couple times, you have to fill in and be at the receptionist desk as well. So, you got your files, which you're not supposed to have in public like that, trying to catch up or at least maintain. I actually fell trying to get out of the reception desk area and damaged my shoulder and my hands. I didn't report it because the executive director walked right past me when it happened. The security guard who was relieving me and taking his position back at the reception desk, he was there. I didn't feel I had to. One thing leads to another. I fell faulty chair in my office twice and injured my back. I didn't report it, but as I'm removing these damaged chairs out of my office and setting them on the back end of the agency, it's not rocket science that you would know something happened. And I'm yelling at the top of my lungs as I'm falling. Nobody came to my aid. So I just let it go and kept working. One thing led to another, and it seemed as though there was a coup to have my job taken from me because I didn't click. Here I am in a midst of individuals that I trusted, and it appeared as though they were not having my best interest at heart, compounding me with all this excessive work. I'm working late hours because I'm having to collect this money. One thing led to another, and they ended up firing me, and their excuse was that I was negligent in my duties as a substance abuse counselor. I digress in saying that that was the most hypocritical statement that they could have used as an excuse to fire me. Use something else. That wasn't it. But I accepted it, signed it, and left. I've been off work now for almost 2 years, and what it's done for me is awakened my thirst for my way of life. So I find myself here at the property more often than not. I'm free from having people tell me how much time I have to go to Juma and how much time I have, to travel to and fro. I'm free to be able to live my deen. I may not have the money that I had before, but I have the peace of mind that I didn't have before. Once everything falls into place and I'm able to get back to work, I have to stipulate that as being a part and a clause in my contract with whatever company I work for. I have to have the freedom to worship my Lord. And there's nothing else that is going to change my mindset with that, because I know today that God is everything. He is my supreme helper over anybody that might think that they can help me. I know that He can help me. He showed me time and time again. Bills need to get paid, money falls out the sky. I've been threatened with eviction by people that final analysis, we go to court and they lose. It's just, it's nobody but God. Nobody.
What do you think is the best way to spread Islam?
By actions. You have to walk the walk. Muslim manners are very, very simplistic ways of doing things, and it eliminates all the things that are wrong. You avoid contact with things that are wrong, people that are wrong, opposed to doing right. And I am the California chairperson for an Islamic 12-step group. We are a national body, but I'm the California state chairperson. The name of the agency is called Malati Islami, which translated is called The Path or Way to Peace. I hold a meeting here every Saturday morning, and we were just speaking about Islamic manners and how you are supposed to conduct yourself. One of the brothers in the meeting had stated that he didn't have his kufi on, And he was at a place where a brother just came out of nowhere and asked him, he said, "Are you Muslim?" And he said, "Yes." No one would have known. The man is not in Arabic attire, no Islamic, identification, except his manners, his mannerism. And if you could do that, if you could show your Islam rather than talk about it, I believe that's the most beautiful way to be addressed by anybody.